show, it's my great honor and privilege to introduce Vincent Lim. He's a Don't let his muscles scare you. He's actually a sweet and gentle man.
Thanks, Laura. All right. I'm a little nervous. But anyways, before I start the presentation, this is actually a quick snapshot of my life in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So it's hang on to your seat. It's an adventure. All right, Ray, go ahead. Okay, so this is a baby picture of me when I was 2 to 3 years old. And as you can see, this is a cartoon baby version of me. I just give you guys a heads up, my presentation is actually cartoon formatted. So feel free to laugh, be entertained about it. So when I was 3, I left Canada. And basically, I traveled into 3 different places: Taiwan, Philippines, and Singapore. So I've lived in these places in a span of 10 years. Praise God, I was actually able to move back to Canada when I was 11 years old because I couldn't take their schooling system anymore. So moving back, I was actually fortunate enough to meet 4 really good friends in elementary school. So that's Amon, and that's Randy and Clayton and Marcus, which is actually sitting in the audience. So you can judge if they look alike there. So anyways, so we all went to Richmond Secondary. So during high school, it's kind of a time where a young teenager kind of figures out what they are good at or whatnot. But for me, I wasn't really good at anything. So I was actually really good at pulling pranks at school, and I was actually good at it. So during gym class, I'll go to people's bag and grab their sandwiches and spit in it, and I'll put it in a bag, or hide their clothes and shoes, or take their notes apart or whatnot. But the best part of it, I always got away with it. So during this time, Jesus happened. All right, so no one preached to me. I did not hear a Jesus story or heard a testimony. I met God in my room, and He reminded He was real and that He loved me. I gave my life to Christ, and since then, I've loved Him and I never turned back. And I got really involved in my church. So as all this was happening, I was actually trying to graduate high school. And it was a miracle that I actually graduated. I wasn't very good at math, as you can see, that 1 + 1 = 3. And I took Math 11 Essentials, which some of you guys think that is a retard math class. But praise God that it's fortunate that I'm actually a financial advisor at a bank. So the next slide here, I was 21 years old. This is to explain. I was very frustrated with my life during that age just because I was so tied down to the religious system. I kind of lost focus of who I was. I didn't know where I was going. I don't know who God was. And I started to ask, why can't I live my life like a normal 21-year-old? To go out and party, so it was time to rage. At first, I thought, hey, you need to know how to dance to go into clubs. But I knew none of my friends knew how to dance, but they were going there every weekend. So I went clubbing for the first time when I was 21, and I finally understood. It was because of the drinks, the girls, the music, the atmosphere, and just basically the whole package. So the party continued while I was serving at church, and that led me to living a double life. Everything was happening all at the same time. Eventually, my other life caught up with things I was doing at church. Long story short, I ended up sleeping with a congregation member, and that is a big no-no as a Christian leader. You're not supposed to do that. Don't ever do that. So people found out I was scared. I didn't know what to do because I had this false expectation from people that I needed to live to be a perfect Christian leader. I cried and asked God that God, if you're really real, church is supposed to be a place where I can feel safe for people like me. So there is 5 people that actually impacted me. Number 1 would be Pastor Steve. He is the senior leader of New Joy Church. He's one of the most humble pastors I know. And when I first met him, I remember he came up and talked to me and really wanted to get to know who I am. I was really drawn by that and his leadership. And basically, I went to Restoration and whatnot in New Joy. The next one we have up is basically Pastor Dave. He's the one who walked me through the process. He's my spiritual father, and he's my mentor. He was the first person I actually told everything to. The drinking, the girls, the sex, the drugs. I felt safe and I felt love of the Father. He showed me God's love in a real way, and I did not need to perform to get God's acceptance and God's love. So next would be my parents. They impacted me in a huge way. It's because they surprised me. As you know, Asian parents, especially Christian ones, you think if they found out your son having sex before marriage or doing wild things, they'd probably disown you, probably cut off your penis. But anyways, my parents loved me and God opening door to build a relationship with them. Okay, the next part would be Emily, my sister. She was by me the whole time during that incident. She fought for me and protected me at the best of her ability. it was a huge impact on me is because really it displayed of how our relationship was so grounded in truth and love as a sibling, and she put everything down for me, and I love her to death. And the last person will be Jasmine. So, as many of you know, this is my girlfriend, and she is holding a candy cane because Christmas was coming. And she is not a cartoon, okay? As many times I've screwed up, she has been by my life the whole time and showed me grace after grace. She didn't judge me at all, but really showed me and told me who I was and who I was meant to be. So tonight, there's actually one door. The past few years, I've walked through many doors, but there's one more door I want to do tonight, and I want to seize the opportunity. Jasmine, can I get you to come up here? Hurry, the slide's going. Ray's not stopping. Jasmine, I just we've known each other for 3 years, and you've been by me the whole time, and you mean so much to me, and I love you with all my heart. And I just want to say you're an amazing woman. You're an amazing woman with God, and you have a heart that serves. And there's actually no words that I can describe this moment how I feel about you and about us. But I love you so much. But before anything, I actually have a poem that I want to read to you. If that's okay. I know this is longer than 20 seconds. I'm sorry. Feelings that once were hidden are now expressed to you. Days that once were stormy are now the brightest mood. Times that once were lonely are now filled with pleasure, and all that once was mine alone are now things we both treasure. Nights that were once were cold are now comforting and warm. Fears that once were very real are now gone with the storm. A heart that once was broken can now finally mend. A person once alone in life can now call you a friend. Dreams that once were longed for are now all coming true. The love I once thought was gone, I have now and forever in you. So that's what I'm trying to say is I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and that there's no other woman like you out there. Are you okay? So I want to say, Jasmine, will you marry me? Just also one more thing. I've actually talked to your parents about it, so they're good with it. Yeah. All right, but that's my end of my presentation. But honestly, what I really wanted to leave with you guys is, is lived life to the fullest, and really that is just a display of my life as a walk as a Christian. Some of you guys might know part of me, but I just want you guys that this is who I am. It's not an easy walk, but every single day I'm trying to get better and glory to glory. So and you know what? I love Jesus. That's the bottom line. Thank you. All right, the next we would like to welcome